I've been involved in charitable gaming for 40 years in Virginia, all of it here in Richmond. I have never seen intimidation like this before. It's disturbing to me that an out-of-state casino would send their folks here and their message is, we want the casino for good-paying jobs. They're great-paying jobs inside the over 100 buildings that are charitably owned like this one all over Virginia. And those jobs would be displaced. Casinos crush charities. But I guess the main focus is that the 400 charities in Virginia that have gaming permits and that possessed them last year collectively gave $52 million for their stated charitable purposes. That's going to disappear. Those communities are going to disappear. Tires for fire trucks and rescue squads, parochial schools, SPCAs, you name it. All of that goes away as these casinos do what they do. They come in and they crush the charities. Ultimately, it's a David and Goliath story. I'm not sure why more people don't understand that. And I think the city's already proven it doesn't want the casino. We already had a vote. I frankly think that it's no again, because I think Richmonders understand that this is not a good thing for our community. My name is Chuck Lessin. I am the president of the charity that owns this building. We lease it out to many charitable tenants. I have already had multiple customers from my building today, from this morning, that left and said they don't want to be here today. People that have called us today. We have a full-service restaurant in there, and we have gaming going on, and multiple people have left because they don't want to be caught up in here. They were frightened, and they just don't want to be around it. So yes, that's intimidating. And again, after 40 years, it's never happened. The General Assembly, when it permitted 5 referenda in the Commonwealth, picked these sites. Richmond was one of them. That site was supposed to go to a minority-owned operation. And the last time around, it was a cooperation between Urban One and Colonial Downs. Colonial Downs has since sold themselves to Churchill Downs. It is not the same entity that it was during the last referendum, and there was no process to vet that. The city did no work to say, listen, it's the same group and we're going to prove it to you, which we are standing here today asking for transparency in government, and we're not getting that. And that's why my tenant decided to file the suit, and they wanted to be heard. There should have been a hearing where folks from both sides were able to come up and state their opinions, but they weren't afforded that opportunity. It's not fair. I've served on the Virginia Charitable Gaming Board. I've been involved for 40 years. No charity, to my knowledge, has ever opposed any form of gaming that's come into Virginia. We didn't oppose the lottery. We didn't oppose skill games. We haven't opposed any of these things, and we didn't oppose the casino. But to come forward now, to have one of our charities, and I said I'm very proud of them for doing it, to have them come forward and say, this process is flawed, we feel duped, it's not transparent, we want to be heard, yeah, that is something that I think most Richmonders understand, and they've already said that once.